What is it like when someone blames you for something you never did? What happens when you're on the verge of losing your mind after the events that happen around you? Then take inspiration from these 10 anime because these guys never had a suicide prevention hotline to call back in their worlds. Today, we're going to be talking about 10 anime where the main character gets accused of something he didn't do or experiences severe mind meddling they never asked for. Let's get started. Number 10. Gothic. Growing up in an abusive family can surely leave a stain in your whole life, and Kazuya's life is no better. At least he's lucky because he's got a lolly detective to help him out with his depression. Gothic is an anime that blends in both mystery and suspense while tying things together with a larger plot. The character development may come somewhat later in the series, but then you'll see how much this generic-looking protagonist hides about his past. And it's not only Kazuya who's had a tragic past. Our other main character, Victorique, is someone who's had an even worse fate under the hands of his father. Gothic is surely going to be an emotionally wild ride, but to make things less melancholic, I'll leave off saying it does have a happy ending. Terror in Resonance. Want an anime about terrorists? No, not those secret organizations, but two badass teens trying to teach the whole Japanese government a lesson. Terror in Resonance tells the story of two terrorists who threaten Tokyo, and how a retired genius police inspector soon gets into the case and tries to unravel the mystery behind the threats.
So here's the thing, we've got tomorrow's weather forecast for you all. After 3 p.m., Tokyo will be enveloped in darkness. Ooh.
The story does a great job narrating both sides of the conflict, and as the plot progresses, you'll see the reasoning behind our main character's actions. And don't worry, if you're feeling empty, this anime's got depression, cynicism, nihilism, and basically every injustice mixing in to weave a story about a revenge story that you can binge watch in one night. Death games in a prison? Come on, who doesn't like that? And to make it extra depressing, our main character is wrongfully sent to the prison. So yeah, that's not the best part of his life. When young Ganta Higurashi and his classmates decide to go on a trip, all his classmates are killed and Ganta is held responsible. Now he is thrown into a prison where he needs to perform various death games in order to survive. Prisons are bad, but the prisons in Deadman Wonderland are something even the worst prisoners wouldn't dream of. Our main character also gets a psycho girlfriend to make matters worse. And just a word of advice, don't go in expecting healthy relationships in this one.
Akito! That's not perfect! Plenty of people abandon their children, including members of the Soma family! Just like you! Ever think of that?
Did you know that recently Fruits Basket almost surpassed Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for a brief moment? That's enough to tell how good this show really is. Fruits Basket tells the story of Toru Honda, a high school girl who gets to know the existence of the Soma family, and how they can transform into beasts related to the Chinese zodiac.
But I won't despair, because everyone is waiting for me on the other side of that promise.
Soon she develops a tight bond with the Soma family and becomes great friends with Yuki and Kyo, another two boys of her age. The premise may look simple, but like every story that came back during the early 2000s, the emotion is what makes you binge watch this series over and over again. Fruits Basket knows how to weave a love story that is at times romantic and others feels like the perfect slice of life adventure.
違う。俺じゃ。俺じゃ。
Number 6. Erased. After watching this anime, you're gonna want to wish you got erased. If you thought Steins Gate was a tragic time travel story, then you clearly haven't even heard of Erased. Our main character, Satoru, has the ability to travel several minutes back in time before an accident occurs. But when he gets involved in a murder, his ability sends him back 18 years into the past. Yeah, You know where this is heading. Time travel, old buddies turning to rivals, killers lurking in the shadows, you basically get the whole package. And along with that sweet package comes with depression as a bonus gift. Those who go in expecting a time travel suspense story, well, you better make sure you got a box of tissues ready, because you're going to cry a lot.
未だ逃走中。
知らない。なかった。
やっぱりあったんだ。
Higurashi Sotsu got released this season, so what better time to speak about the neck-scratching, mind-killing virus? You thought the pandemic was dangerous? Oh no, at least it doesn't hurt your brain and make you a psychopath. Higurashi isn't just about depression, it's about giving you a creepy feeling that shows you laughing at psycho girls in your nightmares.
私を警察に売ったことだよ。信じてたのに。
It may start with the theme of friendship, but it all flies away when your friend starts hitting you with a baseball bat. Before heading out into this series, make sure to get a good look at its watch order, because this is one of those shows that has plenty of spin-offs you can watch through the whole summer.
My husband was dying and he was brought to this emergency room first! But you made him wait to be operated on! Everyone says you're supposed to be the best surgeon in this entire hospital! Why?
Monster. Seriously, anime needs to craft more stories like this. Monster isn't a story that should be compared with other anime. It is a masterpiece that stands toe-to-toe with Western shows such as Breaking Bad. What's good? What's wrong? What really makes a villain? Those are the questions that Monster asks from you. When a surgeon decides to save the life of a boy instead of a politician, his life gets worse. How does it turn completely upside down though, when the boy he saved turns out to be a serial killer?
Hang in there, kid. I'll save you.
Monster is a deep and riveting tale about human nature, so don't go in expecting tsunderes and crime fantasies in this one, but you'll get a story that will fill you with depression and make you cry buckets of tears.
身の程をわきまえろ。なんだこれ。なんなんだよ。
Number 3. Rising of the Shield Hero. When speaking about people who are wrongly accused, we can't ever forget the story of Naofumi. When Naofumi becomes the infamous Shield Hero, he was betrayed on his very first day and exiled from the kingdom.
だったら俺は俺のやり方で波をどうにかしてやるよ。動くな。どけってんだよ。
The rest of the anime follows his story as he finds new allies and tries to prove his innocence. Rising of the Shield Hero is one of those revenge isekai done right. You've got plenty of adventure and action mixing along with the characters, who manage to grip your attention. For me, that's always better than an isekai filled with a bunch of flat or overpowered characters. If you're not rooting for Naofumi when the anime begins, then you'll surely begin rooting for him after watching that first episode.
What's wrong? Why not shoot? Your opponent is just a schoolboy. Or have you finally realized? The only ones who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed.
Number 2. Code Geass. How can we forget the most popular anime character of all time? Politics, injustice, racism, fascism, the constant fight between good and evil? Oh boy. These are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Code Geass. The real story is about the boy who is trying to take revenge on his father after being wrongfully accused. Some may call Code Geass a train wreck that ended in an epic fashion, but for me, it's one of the best anime that ever managed to deliver a story about a rebellion with the best main character in anime history.
What? Oh, what luck, what fate, what evil fortune! Is that you, Orange Boy? I beseech you! I'm begging you, please die.
It's more lighthearted than Death Note, but when it gets dark, make sure to put on your depression battling glasses.
人から嫌われるのが怖いんでしょう。弱い自分を見るのが怖いんでしょう。
そんなの美里さんも同じじゃないか。
そうよ。私たちはみんな同じ。
Number 1. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Alright guys, raise your hands if you saw this one coming. If you don't raise your hand, then you've clearly not experienced depression and tragedy in the correct form. Oh, and you thought this was a kid's story with giant robots battling aliens? I'm sorry, Ultraman fans, but this show can twist your mind faster than they order Shinji to get into the damn robot. There is a reason why Evangelion is still considered to be one of the best anime ever made. It knows how to hit the right spot to your brain to show how one director with depression can create a piece of art far more depressing than his own depression. So, you want giant mechs, teenage family dramas, and depression? Then why wait? Buckle up and ride the Evangelion train. So, there goes 10 anime where the main character is wrongfully accused of something or is so depressed that he'll hang himself in a couple of episodes. Let me know what your favorite anime was down below, and don't forget to mention anything we missed. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell icon to get a notification whenever we upload a new video. Stay safe, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next episode.